Hello one and all, and welcome to Derail Valley. Find me here starting a new save game. Unfortunately I had issues. First thing I shall mention is this game is in early access. There are going to be the odd issues, and I'll explain what the issues were when I get to it. But yeah, there's going to be the odd issue, but we'll worry about that when we get to it. But right now, this is it. This is the game from when you start. I've done the obligatory look around, move around kind of thing. So now, let's get your comms radio is the next thing we're going to do. Now, I purchased this game back in the Steam summer sale. Today was the first time I tried playing it. I have to say, I'm liking it pretty much. Right. So, yeah, put that back on the desk, pick that up. Scroll slowly. We can go through everything. So, let's pick that back up and store it in our inventory. Yep, that's how I want it. Now you can move things about in the inventory, and I have heard of the game randomly mixing them up for you. But we'll see how we get on. Now you can press F to enter, or you can just walk through the door. Right, let's fire her up. I don't need to take the manual out. It is fairly simple to fire these locos up. So we'll set those. Is that a crank round? You can press X to sit. Okay. Turn the lights on first. See, we've got power, we've got a green light there. Headlights, do we need them? Not really. I'm going to set the reverser. It's there. We're going to release the loco brake. We have our train brake there, independent or loco brake there. And we're going to move it a notch and get it rolling. Now the reason I've turned the lights on is when you're sat down, yeah, it's not too bad to see. Sometimes look, dial's just completely unseeable. Yeah, we'll remember to use the brake. The other thing is, in Train Sim World, I like to sit down a lot. However, in this, in the time I've played it, I hardly ever sit down. Just give it a quick nip on the brake there. Like so. So take your comms radio, which when set up correctly you can use 1, 2, so on and so forth. The number keys to flip through things. So, switch points using the left mouse button. Nicely done. Now let's fix that derailed car back in the shed. First of all, let's put that away and let's fully put the do that. Cursor in neutral as well. As I say, you can use your comms radio to flip points, which is great when you're going along, as you'll see in a bit. Or you can actually walk up to them. Flick the points over like so. So take out the comms radio, use your mouse, scroll, and click. Look at the track and confirm. I'll set that back switch because we will need it. And it does remember that it's on derail or switch. so on and so forth. We're going to run back to our loco. Or reverse it up. Docker. Take note. We're not getting out of there in a hurry. Don't worry, that will move soon enough. Oh yeah. And anyway, you're close enough to the loco, you can just press F to enter. You don't have to climb up. So, stick that in reverse. Knock off our brake. I'm just going to give it one nudge. Kill the power and bring it into the shed. You can lean with Q&E, not covered in the tutorial, but worth mentioning if you got the game or get the game yourself. Yep, power's off. Just wanna ease her in a bit. Blow it. Okay, walk out. We'll need to be stood in the doorway to work controls, which right, now I need the coupling manual, and I've got out the wrong side. We'll just run across here. Hold shift to run, also not covered in the tutorial, but that's fine. So, as you can see, quite a bit to do to set the brake. So, hook the train together, tighten the coupling, connect the hoses and open the brake valves. Right stuff. So, and yep. Crouch by holding the left control, which is very helpful for getting under here. Okay. Put that on there, like so. As it said, tighten up the coupling, like so. And connect the hoses, they'll snap together. And then open up these two valves. Now we have train brakes. Like so. Right, great job. Time to get a license. We don't need to jump on the train after all. What I'm going to do is set the points there. So, come in here. There you go. And pop it in the job validator. There we go. We gotta pick it. So we've got a DE2 license, and we get that position right. Now that's a problem. Blueprint. Okay. There. So we've got a license to haul freight. Brilliant. And take a key for our locker. We can unlock, which gives us a map. Schematic for the stations, which if we have a look, so it gives you a track ID, basically tells you everything what it means on the map. And there we go. And you can flick through this and it'll tell you where every single siding is throughout the whole map. And we go to world map, you can see it gives us an overall map, and we'll take some money. And guide to Derail Valley. We're going to have a quick browse through this. So train driver, no, let's get rid of that. Yeah, there we go. So as a train driver, your responsibility is to safely deliver cargo between industries. You may borrow any locomotives that you find to help you, as long as you are licensed to use them. Likewise, feel free to leave them somewhere safe when you're done using them. So basically, as long as we've got a license, we can drive any train we find. It just makes sense to park them on the side and when we're done, so they're not in the way at a later date. As you earn money, you can buy new licenses. Read on for more information. So, finding jobs. Each industry has a station office where you can browse local jobs and manage your career. They are marked on your schematic station map. They're short white buildings with a sign station office. Good to know. Accepting jobs. So in station offices you'll find jobs as paper pages laid on a desk, just like that one. Browse them freely. To accept a job, insert it into a job validate a machine, which looks like that, and follow printed instructions. Jobs might require licenses that you don't have yet. So, loading and unloading cargo. Now we will come back to that page because we don't have the license to do shunting jobs at the moment. So, shunting jobs require loading and unloading trains with cargo. Once the train is parked on a designated loading track, you may need to find a loading machine nearby to initiate the cargo transfer. The station can have multiple loading machines. Yep, so fees. Beware of causing damage to Derail Valley property, cargo and the environment. Try to be economical when consuming resources. You will be charged for both. Your fees can be listed and paid on any career manager machine in station offices. So it looks fairly like that, but you'll see it when we get to our next point. Insurance. If you made a mistake, don't worry. You'll only need to pay your co-pay at any career manager, and the Derail Valley insurance will cover the rest. Your co-pay starts small, but it grows with every license you buy. So basically, if we derail a train at this stage, it's not going to cost us much. The game will cover the bulk of it. But when you get going, you've got more money. It's going to cost you more. Fee tolerance. If you hoard too much money while in debt, you won't be allowed to take more jobs until you pay some fees. This fee tolerance level will change based on your wealth. You can see it in the stats page of the career manager. Okay. Servicing vehicles. Locomotives consume resources and can get damaged. To service them, simply pay their fee at any career manager. When you buy the manual service license, you can service the locomotives manually at half the fee cost. Manual service stations are marked on your map. To use them, park your locomotive next to them and operate the controls. Licenses. To buy any new license, you must first clear all your fees. You can buy licenses at any career manager machine in station offices. Licenses affect your co-pay and time bonus deadlines. Before you decide on a purchase, print license info for more details. And item management. You can store excess items at your home. If you lose any, they'll be returned there, or you can also find them in lost and found sheds next to station offices. Remember that. If you wish to permanently dispose of items or cancel jobs, for example, you can toss them into dumpsters. Shops. You can buy items and upgrades in shops. Shop locations marked on the map. Look for blue buildings with a shop sign. Make sense? Every shop sells at least one item that is unique to that shop, so you should pay a visit to all shops. Right. Very interesting. So, there we go. Select your wallet to see your balance. We have $2,000. Right, so now it wants us to retrieve our world map. Brilliant. So if we hold Alt left, we can move our mouse. We can have a look around the map. You can see we are here at the moment. So as a train driver, you're now ready to take this train to the nearby steel mill service point. Remember to read the train basics in DV guidebooks. You'll find lots of useful information there. There we go. Now, I had the game saved and exited at this point. And I was going to start a video from here. The trouble is, I went and loaded in, hit the tab button, and there's nothing there. None of these were there. And I was like, oh sugar. We're just going to do that. That's better. So yeah, and so I hiked all the way round to the next place and went and found a lost and found shed. None of my stuff was in there either, and I thought, hey ho, maybe it's in here, maybe it's in the locker that was locked and there's no key on there. So yeah, basically I had to start again, which is why you've just had a 17-minute run through the tutorial when I wasn't actually planning on running you through the tutorial for a start. Right, so quick word on signs. On our points we have these. That, if the line is diagonal to the right, or should I say at the top it's pointing to the right, that means the points are set for the right road. Likewise, if it's going up here towards the left, it's the left track. Speed signs have been altered slightly, freeze, so that 5 isn't 5 mile an hour, it's 50, 7, 70, and so on and so forth, just for ease of seeing the signs in the distance. Obviously if they wrote 50 on there, it's going to be smaller, you're not going to see it as quick. Right, so all that covered, let's flick on the headlights. Not that we really need it. Flick the reverser forward. Points are set, as we can see, to pull out. And we're going to leave the tutorial area and make our way towards the steel mill. Actually release the brakes. Just roll this round to 20. Don't need to race. Flickering on that sign there. As I say, oh, yep, when you've picked up some speed, release throttle. We've already done that. We are coasting. Thank you, game. We're one step ahead. Steel mill is up ahead. Don't go too fast. Yep. Thanks for the warning, but I think we're doing alright. 20 mile an hour. As I say, this is still in early access. They are still actively working on it, so there are some scenery bits where you're like, not quite right. There are the occasional stutters. I have the settings turned way up, to be fair, and I'm averaging sort of in the 50 frames per second with the occasional stutter. Right, so it wants us to bring the train to a halt. Of course, we're going to use the train brake now, because after all, we have a wagon with us. So, now I know the schematic station map is on number 2. And we are at the steel mill. So we are at the northeast point. Right, so the service icon is here. I'm going to approach it from northeast as it says. Great. So we're going to need to make sure that all of the points are set to go left, apart from this last one, which needs to be right. So what we're going to do is bring this up, point that out our point, and change it. As it says, release the brakes, allow them to repressurize, which it seems they have, because we've only got one wagon. And let's go forward. So as you can see here, we've got a 30 mile an hour to the left, or 50 when going straight up. So we can swing this into the yard at a reasonable look. I'm just going to cut the power there. 25, that's fine. And that point set correctly. That one up there is set correctly. Now you may say, oh, that looks a bit odd. Remember, that is a schematic book, so it's not going to take into account if all the tracks are straight or curved. It's just literally, as it says, I'm going to show you a schematic of the area, so you can work out from that where the tracks are. So this is all set all the way lovely. We're just going to give it a tweak. I don't know if you've already spied, but we have another loco off in the bushes, accessed by a turntable. Yep, almost there. Give it a bit more beans. Get it round to the shed. Just ease that down a bit. Got a broken hopper sat over there, look. And we're gonna ease on the brakes there. There we go. So this locomotive will stay here for servicing. Let's get another for you, which you'll use to take new jobs. Okay. We're gonna shut this one down. We don't need that. As it says, there is a DE2 nearby. There is indeed. Right, so we need to use the turntable to bring it out. Now, this turntable is very finicky. I can tell you from using it before. So we can set it like that and then squeeze off when we need to. Right, okay, this setup's different because last time I was here, There was a steam train parked there. L787. No, LO78. I think we want 038. Doesn't matter, we're licensed for either because of course they are the same loco. Right. As you can see, we've gone a bit too far there. Just ease it round. A bit more. Can't actually see. Wish that we could grab this handle and do it manually. No, we need to go a bit further. Back locomotive onto the turntable if it's properly aligned. Well, it's not. Yeah. So you do get an audible click when it is aligned. As you can see there. Now we can go and grab this train. Same again. Set it up to run. Go off the brakes. That one's already off. Get up our lights. Cursor and forward. We're just going to pull it forward. And get it onto the turntable. Like so. Right now. Align the turntable to the outgoing track. So I'm going to turn it this way. Which you may think is a bit odd. That is going to put our loco facing backwards. There we go. So you get it close enough and it will lock in. Right. So go to the station office on foot. And of course we can do a dash. So essentially you look at somewhere where the reticle is in the middle of the screen. Press F and it'll jump there. As I say. Here is our lost and found. And last time I came here, there was nothing in there, just as there isn't now. So yeah, it kind of left us stuffed. Right, so we're going to take the cash. Right, so we're going to use that to pay. Right. So we want fees, which is set on, and we want 041. Boom. And insert our wallet here, which our wallet is number 5. And put it away and click confirm. There you go, we've paid all our fees insurances. They're now nicely done. Now you're free to take your first job, find one that you're licensed for, and then insert it into the job validator. So if you remember, our licenses that we are certified for is freight haulage. In fact, let's have a look. So we're a train driver. We've got a license for freight haul, which you can see, that's the green one. And if we go to that one, we can use a shunter DE2. And we're a train driver. We can safely store these somewhere when we go home or something. Right, so if I was to pick that up, for example, look, we have got this, but we haven't got the long. So toss that back on the table, and likewise we can't do that because we don't have a shunting license. So we'd need a freight haul one. Can't do that one, can't do that one. So there's two here for harbour and town. Pretty much looks like the same ones. But we're not going to take them right now. Oh no, we're going to save that for the next video. So guys, this has been our first look at Derail Valley Overhauled. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments if you have or haven't. And I would say if you want to see some more, but I'll be quite honest with you, you are going to see more of this game regardless. Probably do a 10 episode mini-series, I want to say, for a start. Just see how it goes, see how we get into it, and then probably take a break, have a look at something else, because as I say, this game is constantly evolving, and as upgrades come in, they may break our game save. They may not, but just something to be aware of. We may have to start again at some point. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you ever so much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.